Oh yeah, Sexy Biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys 1975. A YouTuber is on the rise. Reviewing games late night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys 1975.
Hey YouTube, Long Boys Post 1975, and welcome to the Wednesday vlog, the first Wednesday vlog of 2017. I hope you all had an absolutely fantastic New Year's. I'm not such a big fan of New Year's, you know, I actually chose to work it. Double time, works for me, floats my boat. Excuse me, yes, I just had breakfast. In fact, I'm going to show you what I had. Now, you've read the title. Let me explain where this has come from. It's not like anything negative or nasty or anything like that. It's just an observation and a question I was asked and something that was proposed to me at work. Anyway, the title says, I don't know why I always do this because you can read it. It's why you've either chosen or not chosen to watch the video. But yeah, social media does not control or consume you. You control you. Now, basically, someone at work was trying to get me because they've decided to, you know, they said that they spend far too much time on social media. They're talking about Facebook. They spend far too much time on social media and that they're going to remove their account. They said, you know, it consumes their life. They spend hours on it. It's bad. It's evil. I need to cut it loose. And they were saying to me, look, you spend loads of time on social media as well. Get rid of everything as well. Come on, man, join me. It can be our New Year's resolution. Now, first of all, a slight tangent. I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. This whole, in my experience, the people I know, I'm talking about my friends, you know, inner circle, family members. It's always, they start, you know, coming up to New Year's. That people say, you're going to quit smoking, you're going to quit drinking, and you're going to do this. Yeah, I'll do that, but I'll wait to New Year's. I'll wait to New Year's. Like, they can only do it on that specific day. To me, if you want to do something to better yourself or improve your health, such as quit smoking, things like that, then you just do it. To put it off to a day means you're not really invested in it anyway, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, never mind that. As I said to this person, dude, you delete all the shit you want. I touched a button there. I've got to be careful. This is a musical shirt. And you know, it plays a song. I don't want to strike. Yeah, I said, you do what you want. I'm perfectly happy with mine. I enjoy social media. Plus, also, some social medias are more productive than others. It can be argued, such as YouTube. You know, if you make content, whereas on Facebook, obviously, not that you can't use it for positive things, but you're ultimately along for the ride of what other people post, and you post things yourself, pictures and things like that. It's not as constructive and productive, is what I'm trying to say, is YouTube. But I said to him, do what you want, you know. I'm keeping mine, you know. Happy New Year. And then I got a question, oddly enough, there's irony, on Facebook from someone saying, have you ever noticed at this time of year that you always get a massive influx, you know, like in your feed of people saying, that's it, I'm done with social media, it takes up too much of my life, you know, Facebook, you're evil, I need to get rid of you, you know, and that's it, people, I'm gone off here, you know. And I'm like, yeah, I've noticed that, you know, this isn't a pop or anyone or anything like that, it's just an observation. And yeah, I've noticed that every single year, and I find it, these are just my steps, you know. Obviously people can do whatever they want, and they've done for a genuine reason, and good for them, but my thoughts on this are, do you know what, to blame something else for a quality within you, I don't know, I don't buy that. To say, you know, it's your fault, social media, it's your fault, Facebook, it's not their fault, it's your fault. You know, you are your own person. To point your finger at something and say, that is the reason that I do this, that it consumes my life, that I spend hours on a computer, you know, that's not it. You're that reason. No one put a gun to your head and said you have to do it. You know, the way I see it is, it's everything in moderation. Just my thoughts, but I personally think that Facebook is a really, really good thing in the right hands. Ignore all the negativity, the narcissistic shit and stuff like that. I'm talking about, and this will lead into something else, the positive stuff, people sharing good memories, happy times, you know, goofy selfies, things like that, interesting photos of places they've been, food, stuff like that would be my guilty pleasure. That's great. It's something that, you know, it makes you smile. It brightens up your day. I don't see that as a negative thing. I don't even see that as, like, you know, pulp, if you know what I mean. You don't have to click on everything that goes in your feed. Again, it's how you use it. Everything in moderation. I don't think that to point your finger at something and then just say no, this is this fault. I've got to be off it, gone. If that's in the nature of the individual, they have that addictive quality in their personality, then that ain't going anywhere. You can delete social media, Facebook, all these things, anything you want to, but unless you address the thing within you, you've not fixed it, have you? You're just finding a scapegoat for your own behaviour. Now, these, again, just my thoughts, but the reason I want to say I like Facebook is quite simple. One obvious reason would be I don't ever have credit on my phone. Yeah, I know that sounds nuts. I mean, I can phone the emergency services for free if shit hits the fan, but seeing as there are so many Wi-Fi hotspots between my house, work, and if I go way downtown, I don't need credit. I'll use Facebook to call people because all my friends are on Facebook. That's another thing to me, which is it has, you know, I think to blame it and just immediately write it off as this negative thing, I think we forget that the little things it offers there can be very, very handy, such as me. It is basically, excuse me, my phone. Not because I'm cheap, well, because I'm lazy. And also, you know, forget emails and stuff like that. Forget text messages. You know, certainly forget the inbox in YouTube, because I haven't used that for years. You know, ever since Google dicked around with it. The Messenger on Facebook to me is a wonderful thing because it's so instantaneous. Again, allows me to access all my mates. So when people say I'm done with it, I'm getting rid of it, think about the people who are your friends, and that's the only way they can contact you. You know, that's kind of a big deal. Also, I do know people who've taken this stance and then regretted it and come back a couple of months later. It's not for me to tell anyone how to do anything. I just find it, you know, kind of funny when people point their finger and just say everything that's wrong with, you know, how much of my free time I use on non-computer things is down to this specific app. You know, that's not Facebook. That's anything in life. Anything can be, you know, put down onto being unproductive with your time, down to TV, down to video games, you know, down to reading comics and stuff. Anything. It's not to point and blame something else. It's you know, to understand everything in moderation. Take a little bit of control of yourself. Don't immediately pin the blame on something else. I mean, it may sound like I'm defending Facebook, and I guess to a degree I am, but I find it really useful, and I just find it, you know, don't just write something off and say that it's the be all and end all of, you know, everything that's wrong, you know, or everything that you shouldn't be doing, because that's not true. The other thing I want to mention upon is some people say that, oh, everything's on there so fake, everyone's being so shiny and happy and stuff like that. Isn't that kind of how people, it's not necessarily fake, it's people, every aspect of life. Look at your CV or your resume, you know. People like when people dress up to go out and things like that. You want to represent yourself in a positive manner. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, what would you rather prefer? People goofing around, taking selfies and that, and showing food and stuff, you know, having a laugh, light-hearted, upbeat, or would you just rather have someone being narcissistic and negative and blatantly just go, yeah, every time I'm angry I punch a baby in the face. I was a wife beater in the 80s, and once I urinated on the, you know, on a war memorial or something like that. No. You don't want that, so I don't know. I think for me, Facebook is, you know, a wonderful tool, and like anything, if used properly, you know, in a productive manner, and ultimately in moderation, it's not the fault or to be blamed for, you know, I don't know, certain aspects of an individual's life, or, you know, how they use their time, or people consider it to be negative. Anyway, just my thoughts, and I'd love to know what you think. Is Facebook evil? Is it the reason, or should it be blamed for, you know, a whole bunch of people wasting their life away in front of a monitor, and, you know, and that's just a pointless thing? You know, are there no positives from it? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.